Welcome you all. Today we are going to talk about discourse analysis. This topic is from the Contents and Introduction to Linguistics Semester 2. We are going to discuss the basics of discourse analysis. For example, what is discourse at first, and then what is analysis within discourse. So without a further ado, let's talk about our topic. First of all, what is discourse? Originally, the word discourse is taken from the Latin discursus, which means conversation or speech. In a very simple way, when we talk about the very basics or the basic word discourse, this is actually discursus, and in other words, we may call it conversation or speech. Discourse in different forms. Number one, dialogue is one of the fundamental structuring principles of all discourse, written or spoken alike. So, this is number one form of discourse, and that is called dialogue. Number two is literature. In literature, discourse is presentation of language in its totality, in which we perform an intellectual inquiry in a particular area or field, such as theological or cultural discourse, etc. So, this is another form of discourse in which we are talking about the presentation of language within literature. So, this is how we are going to define the discourse in literature. In linguistics, a unit of language longer than single sentence is called discourse. लिंग्विस्टिक्स के अंदर एक सेंटेंस से ज़्यादा लैंग्वेज की स्टडी को डिस्कोर्स कहा जाता है. यहाँ पे एज अ होल अगर हम डिफाइन करें तो ये वर्ड डिस्कोर्स डिस्कर्सेस से निकला हुआ है. इसकी अदर मायने कन्वर्सेशन या स्पीच की हो सकती है. डिस्कोर्स के तीन फॉर्म्स हैं, एक डायलॉग, लिटरेचर. लिटरेचर भी एक डिस्कोर्स है, या लिंग्विस्टिक्स भी जो है वो एक डिस्कोर्स है, मगर लिंग्विस्टिक्स के अंदर हम लैंग्वेज की बात करते हैं. लिटरेचर के अंदर हम सर्टेनली लैंग्वेज की ही बात करते हैं, मगर लैंग्वेज जो कि हमारे आइडियाज़ को, कल्चर्स को, या जो भी थॉट है उसको बनाने में हेल्प करती है. और डायलॉग में हम जब कन्वर्सेशन बना रहे होते हैं, वो स्पोकन हो रिटन हो, उसको हम डायलॉग अ फॉर्म ऑफ डिस्कोर्स कह सकते हैं. What is discourse? From the book The Study of Language, 6th edition by George Yule. The word discourse is usually defined as language beyond the sentence. This is very simple definition of discourse. The word discourse यानी एक सेंटेंस से ज़्यादा अगर लैंग्वेज के अंदर हम बात करते हैं स्ट्रक्चर की लैंग्वेज की, तो वो डिस्कोर्स कहलाती है. And so the analysis of discourse is typically concerned with the study of language in text and conversation. And when we're talking about analysis, we are analyzing that language within conversation or text. Discourse is language above sentence level. So these are a couple of summarized sentences for discourse. And number two, discourse is more than just language use. And number three, language as an instrument of communication whose expression is discourse. So expression of language or within communication, we present or make our expressions, that is a form of discourse. What is discourse? From key terms in discourse analysis by Paul Becker and Sebonil Ellis, Burr 1985-48 expands on Foucault's definition as set of meanings. So बुर जो है वो फोको को डिफाइन करते हैं कि फोको ने कहा कि डिस्कोर्स जो है वो सेट ऑफ मीनिंग्स को कहा जाता है. Metaphors, representations, images, stories, statements, and so on that in some way together produce a particular version of events. यानी metaphors का इस्तेमाल या images का इस्तेमाल कर रहे होते हैं, stories बता रहे होते हैं, या जो भी language के through हम कोई चीज़ express कर रहे होते हैं, वो एक event को present करती है और उसको हम discourse कहते हैं. Surrounding any one object, event, person, etc., there may be a variety of different discourses, each with a different story to tell about the world, a different way of representing it to the world. So this is how we are going to define discourse. Now we are going to define what is discourse analysis. This is from the book Longman Dictionary of Language Teaching and Applied Linguistics. The study of how sentences in spoken and written language form larger meaningful units, such as paragraphs, conversations, interviews, etc. So when we talk about analysis of language, we are analyzing the sentences or structure of language within written or spoken conversation, paragraph, or interviews. For example, discourse analysis deals with number one, how the choices of articles, pronouns, and tenses affect the structure of the discourse. So this is a very basics. We are talking about the grammatical structures within language, how they affect the structure of language or the expressions. Number B, the relationship between utterances in a discourse. When we utter different words and how we are going to make relationships between them, that is called discourse. Number C, the moves made by speakers to introduce a new topic, change the topic, or assert a higher role relationship to the other participants. So this is according to Longman Dictionary that what discourse analysis is. Continuing the same book, analysis of spoken discourse is sometimes called conversational analysis. Some linguists use the term text linguistics for the study of written discourse. So, this is what the discourse analysis is. Another focus of discourse analysis is discourse used in the classroom. जब क्लास के अंदर हम किसी टॉपिक के ऊपर बात कर रहे होते हैं, मुख्तलिफ ओपिनियंस और आइडियाज दे रहे होते हैं, तो उसको भी हम डिस्कोर्स एनालिसिस कह सकते हैं. Such analysis can be used in finding out about the effectiveness of teaching methods and the types of teacher-student interactions. Now, this understanding is from the book Discourse Analysis by Nelson Phillips and Cynthia Hardy. Social is produced and made real through discourses, and social interactions cannot be fully understood without understanding the discourses that give them meaning. So, this is what we are talking about, the social interaction and the society, and how we are going to understand the discourse within that, and how we are going to make meanings within that social context. As discourse analysts, then our task is to explore the relationship between discourse and reality. So here what the discourse analysts they do, they actually make relationship between discourse and reality. So discourse analyst जो है वो discourse analysis के अंदर discourse यानी जो बात हो रही है conversation है और जो हकीकत है इसके दरमियान में एक relationship पैदा करते हैं. If we are to understand discourses and their effects, we must also understand the context in which they arrived. Scherzer 1987, Van Dijk 1998a. So this is when we talk about discourse analysis or understanding of discourse, we must understand context. So without a context, we cannot understand the discourse. Discourse is not produced without context and cannot be understood without taking context into consideration. So context is very essential. If anyone who is making conversation or making his own opinion without understanding the context, we may not arrive what someone is expressing. Discourses are always connected to other discourses which were produced earlier. So discourses always follow the one conversation to another. For finding the relationship between both, it is very essential that we must understand the context. Thanks for attention. Thank you very much. Hopefully this would be very helpful for all of you.